My name is Landon. I just wanted to talk about some things. I usually don't like going on YouTube and talking, but I feel like something needs to be done. Um, the state of our country is just so horrible right now. Um, I've always considered myself a logical man, simple but capable of deep thought. And like I said, normally I'd rather talk about things that bring me peace, like fishing, hunting, wandering through the woods, or being in the company of my dogs. But today, like many of you, I'm burdened by the weight of where our country stands and where it's headed. In times like these, I believe we're at a crossroads. Not just a place where left or right takes us down a different road, but something larger. A moment where we must decide if we come together as a nation or we divide. I wonder if our government, the same government that was supposed to work for us, could ever make the kinds of sacrifices necessary for unity. For example, I'd like those on the right, including leaders like Trump, to consider halting the southern wall construction instead of spending vast amounts of sums. Why not invest in giving our Border Patrol tools that offer more safety and flexibility? And to those on the left, it's time to rein in the frivolous spending and stop using the justice system as a weapon for power and votes. Our government must stop sticking its nose in every corner of our lives, dictating what workers and businesses can and cannot do. The freedom to make choices and to work with dignity is being chipped away. And let's talk about healthcare. It's a mess. I work as a nurse. We're drowning in paperwork, fighting insurance companies over what medications are going to be covered for patients. And many of us, including myself, battle our own mental health struggles that haven't properly been addressed since COVID. And especially I feel horrible for our elderly. They're caught in the impossible maze of Medicare, and our veterans, those have given so much, are suffering because they don't have the freedom to choose the care they need. I know my ideas might sound somewhat far-fetched, but I don't think they should be. It is my idea we should deserve more choices. And more than that, we deserve a government that's less involved in dictating every detail of our lives. Right now, the Biden-Harris administration has let us down in a big way. I think there should be a 30-day return policy on them, but honestly, would it even matter if we just swap them out? Kamala Harris and Walz will just take orders from their boss, and that boss is not looking out for the average person. They're looking out for themselves and their own interests. Like money and power. They don't care about your freedom, your land, your dreams. There are people in the country who need serious help right now. The victims of Hurricane Helene in North Carolina and Georgia are struggling, and the aid from the government is sorely lacking. I encourage you, if you can, donate to organizations like Samaritan's Purse. I'll be doing my part as well. I'm going to be selling a painting that it's not done yet, but I'll be working on that. I'll link that down below once it's finished, and 100% of that donations will go to the Samaritan's Purse to help for those patients that are devastated by the floods. I also want everyone to make sure your voices are heard. Make it difficult for the government. Make it as difficult as you can. They've made our lives difficult, so they deserve the same. This election season, especially be there for those that might have trouble making it to the polls. If you know someone that's handicapped or struggles to get out, offer them help to vote. Even if it's as simple as buying them supper, get them something, get them some motivation to get out and vote, just because it is that important, especially in this election. Also, you know, I'd like people to consider being a poll watcher. Especially, we could use some stout-hearted men that can watch over those polls to make sure nothing's gonna happen. There's not any kind of fraud or suspicious activity. So yeah, and you know, former vets or veterans, I think that'd be awesome if they could do that. But honestly, anyone. And I guess finally, what I want to talk about is the media. So much about what we hear is filtered through and biased, and that comes both ways. It's the left and right, and it's tearing the country apart. That needs to be stopped. The truth needs to come out. It's been buried for so long, but I seriously believe that we're on the verge of seeing it get exposed. So I think those people in power that have done wrong, I think those people are going to be exposed, and I have many good reasons to believe that. And it will be exposed soon. It's already started, actually. So I would highly encourage those people to either turn themselves in, or they'll be exposed. They're not going to get away with it. So, you know, I'd like to see our country's government, you know, the sides come together and work things out and maybe work out some kind of deal. I just think it's probably past that point. So yeah, in closing, I just ask all of you to stay strong, focus on your mental health, help your neighbors, be nice to other people, even though you might not agree with them, and don't let anyone tell you that your voice doesn't matter, because it does. I think there's gonna be some tough times ahead, but I honestly think there's reason to have hope, and we'll come through. I believe the truth will prevail, and things will be better for us. I think there'll be big news before the election. So just stay strong. If you wanna, you can watch some of my other videos on. I do some videos on the forest fen treasure hunt, and things like that if you're interested. But this tape will self-destruct in 3 seconds.